It's almost
7
o'clock. It's time to tune in, grab your Java, and join me, director Jackie Kong, and let's watch the Cult Show.
We're here. We're back. It's a Friday night. We're together. We're
having a
snapping.
snappy good time in the basement, darling. It is a Crony night. It is a Cronenberg, David Cronenberg, Videodrome here in the basement. Long gestating episode.
Took a long time for you to watch this film.
This has been on my list of like, why haven't I watched it? What am I doing with my life? I don't know. And it's finally, yeah, the time is here and it's now, and we're doing it. So
the world can rest.
The world can rest. We can all take a collective sigh of relief. I've finally watched Videodrome. Also first time for Caleb. Also first time.
Indeed.
Yep.
So that's happening.
That is happening. And then after that, we're going to, what, eat a little bit of Halloween cereal?
We're going to have some Halloween cereal, and we're going to play just a little game. Just a little harmless game. Nobody's going to get hurt. Nobody's feelings are going to get hurt.
Finally.
It's just going to be very casual viewing.
I'm not going to leave here crying for once.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
No guarantees.
Nope.
Awesome. All right. Well, should we say cheers?
Let's cheers. Let's cheers to this grand evening.
Cheers, everyone.
We were just complaining about how the ice in our beverages had already melted.
And it's not even ridiculously hot.
It's not,
here,
actually.
It's
either.
just always warm in here
it's
anymore in this neck of the woods of the basement. I want to tell you guys about something.
Okay.
So I am trying really, really hard, and I don't think it's going to happen, to finish Delicate Condition by Danielle Valentine.
Oh, okay.
Before American Horror Story new season comes out. I realized American Horror Stories, of which we're a big fan, doesn't start till October, and I was super bummed. For some reason, I thought it was also starting in September.
Okay.
But it's like late October. Finally started the most recent season of Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, good.
God damn, it's so good.
Right?
It's so good. I didn't know Meryl Streep was there.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
That was like a fun jump scare. Like a jump scare in a good way. Like, where's Meryl?
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows is done.
Oh, it's sad,
Yeah.
but it's so good, though, right?
God, the last like 3 episodes just killed me. Some of the funniest episodes of television ever.
The one with Nandor on TV.
Oh my God.
I was dying. It was so funny.
The babies. The babies just did me in. We got a little extra Baron and
Yep.
Sire and their
Yep.
domestic bliss.
Yep.
I keep always waiting for Simon the Terrible to show up, and he didn't show up this season, but we got more Nadja Doll, so it's a give and take.
Yeah.
I also have a fun little activity that I do where, like, I have a TikTok account. I'm not technically on TikTok, like I don't make content or anything, but especially late at night, I like to watch for the most unhinged shit I can find on TikTok Live, and it will not disappoint you. You will see some really wild things. It's not like quite like chat roulette back in the day, if you know, you know. But it's like there's just people, just like lonely people talking to no one. There was a woman selling curtains. There's a man who says he's the king of the universe. I mean, there's like, then there's also some really fun things and stuff like that. But it's like not unhinged enough. I just keep scrolling.
Wow.
And the worst is if you don't do it fast enough, it says like, you know, Neil has joined the live, and they're like, hi Neil, welcome in, and it's like, ah, like I don't want you to know I'm here. So you have to get out of there real quick.
Wow.
I also like to say that there's a fairly recent episode of Genre Junkies out where Mr. Magic is reviewed by the really charming hosts of that show.
Yes.
And that's a fun horror book by Kristen White. She's a phenomenal author. You should check that out. I mean,
I listened to it.
Absolutely.
I finished it today, in fact. That episode. You guys even mentioned Caleb and Neil at one point.
We did.
You did.
It was a
I know
mistake.
you don't remember it, but yeah, you did.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to get
Usually
cut.
Scott cuts it out, but
No, that was supposed
So-
to be a snip, delete.
yep.
So that's all I got.
Yeah, I really don't have a. My 13-year-old and I, we finished What We Do in the Shadows.
Love it.
Loved it. So good. Such a good show. Watching Ahsoka. I'm still really enjoying that. I finished a book, Upgrade by Blake Crouch.
Love Blake.
That's really all I got. I'm sorry.
That's good
That's
enough.
You know,
You don't need to apologize.
Yeah, if you can't,
Sometimes we're just really fucking busy, okay?
Right. Haunting in Venice is open now, so you can go.
I want to see
you
that.
can go
Have you
check
seen
that
it?
out. Yeah.
Yes.
Would you guys like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
If
Oh.
you like the previous two, there's
Yeah.
no. I mean,
It's my favorite Agatha Christie book.
I'm just saying they changed the marketing on this one for some reason to make it seem like it's like super horror,
Right.
but it's just like
It's just spooky good time.
the previous two.
Yeah.
You know, Murder on the Orient Express and.
Except this time they're trying to get you to think maybe there's ghosts involved or spirits,
Yeah.
So, which is like during, it's great.
No.
I'm excited.
So
like my favorite.
It was
Halloween
enjoyable.
Party.
It was enjoyable. So.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So go
Good
see
acting.
that.
Great people in it.
Agreed.
People we love.
Yes. Tina
Yeah.
Fey was really good. Lots of good actors.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see. Damn it. Sorry, I'm working off of my phone and it closed on me. Sorry.
They don't care. It's fine.
Let's
They don't mind.
see. I, like Caleb, didn't get a chance to get too much done. However, Fall the House of Usher. Freaking awesome trailer, right?
So excited for that show.
Wow.
Flanny.
Flanny's back and it looks
No.
Looks great. Good trailer. Looking for. I mean, Edgar Allan Poe, love it. Flanagan, love it. So put them together and.
Marriage.
What do you got? Hopefully a good TV
Hopefully
show.
a really
I
good
was
show.
going to say something, but it was a spoiler. So I almost said
Yeah.
a spoiler. But
Don't do that. But yeah, that you can catch that trailer now. That drops, I think, in October, probably. I would imagine.
Yep.
Also coming, the Our Flag Means Death season 2,
Ooh.
which is early October, which
we've
is
been
freaking
waiting
awesome.
a long time.
Yes, there's a lot of. I mean, I can't believe that there's going to be American Horror Story and then American Horror Stories at the same time.
It feels like an embarrassment of riches.
It does. I feel like they should hold one of them back for us because we're going to be, come 6 months from now, we're going to be dried up little, skins of ourselves and not know what's going on. Nothing for us to watch. We're going to look like that fake little alien they found in Brazil or whatever it was. We're trying
Oh,
to
the
find.
one
Oh.
in Mexico.
Oh my
Wherever it
god,
was.
you
I
guys been
love-
watching that?
I
Has
loved
been like,
it. I loved it. You guys know I'm here for any alien content, real or fake.
Or fake, okay.
And I
or
thought-
fake being that.
And those little things were precious.
Yes.
They were very cute.
See, at one point I was like, this looks like something Sandra would have on her shelf or something, and Scott would be like,
Absolutely.
nope, get rid of it, get rid of
Cursed,
it.
it's cursed.
It's right.
Yeah.
The curse of the freaking Koopa Chopra, whatever the hell that thing's called.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. There you go.
Ignorant.
Anyway, I tried. Give me a break.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the goat sucker. Put some respect on that name. I love that guy.
Oh man.
Childhood friend.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I
We go
know.
way back.
I know you got pictures with him in school holding hands.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's all I have. I didn't get a chance to really watch too much. we're going to have a special guest on our show in a few weeks. Kansas Bowling is going to be here talking about her new film, Cuddly Toys. Which so we're kind of getting prepared for that.
We're super excited.
Yeah, because we are all planning our October festivities, and there's a lot coming.
Did you guys catch us on Poppin' the Corn?
Oh, that's right, and there's that.
Popping the Popcorn. Our friend Katie, we stopped by for a little live stream chitty chat.
Yep.
We had a great time.
Absolutely.
Really fun questions were asked and lots of laughs.
So you can find her YouTube Popping the Popcorn?
Yep.
Or Popping the Popcorn?
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Should we put it like a link or something?
We can give that a shot. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We're going to try. If not, just remember that name. Yeah.
It'll be in chat when this goes live.
Maybe. Oh, there you go. Very, very good point. So, cool. That's all I got, y'all.
That's good enough.
Cult film series. It's coming up. We have October's listings. I posted on Instagram. Did you not see it?
No.
Oh, no.
I've just been busy watching Unhinged TikTok Live.
That's it.
What are the movies?
Okay, I'm going to try my best to remember this. The 1st October, it is Pumpkinhead, because we're talking.
We're going to review Pumpkinhead.
And The Horror Show, which you haven't seen The Horror Show. It's a real movie. There's 3 weeks. The second week,
Motel Hell.
Motel Hell, thank you.
Nice.
And
American Gothic.
American Gothic, yes.
Ooh.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then week 3
Keep going.
will be Lady in White.
Oh, yes.
With a good friend of ours that was on this show a really, really long time ago. Oh, and it was such a fun episode. Michael Grace.
Michael Grace.
Poltergeist 2.
Wow.
And we have reviewed that movie. And
What
we love,
a month.
Yeah.
What a month that is.
Good job, Neil.
I love Michael Grace so
We
much.
do. He's a
love
mensch.
him. And
we
we
like him.
we like to talk about God is in his
Holy temple. Yes. Very good.
Well, that's some fun
So
stuff.
come to Santa Rosa in October. Check out the cult
Yeah.
film series.
Yeah. You might even see some of us there.
You might.
You might.
You never know.
You might. Helped if we had dates on those, but that's
Yep.
fine. That's fine. Go on Instagram. Look on Instagram.
They're there.
Is it
there.
posted on our Instagram?
It's there.
Should be.
Caleb does it usually.
Put
yeah.
a story up there today,
Okay.
but not a static. So.
It's there. It's good.
Yeah. There's also some really cute selfies of us sometimes on there, so you should look
Sometimes.
at that.
Maybe.
That's
Look for
like a
it.
nice little
Look for
bonus
it.
for you.
A lot of times they make me blurry. I don't understand why, but how that
You're
happens.
such a liar. So much emphasis is put on you.
So much emphasis. It's
So
the
much.
camera does it automatically. It blurs you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's too much majesty for the camera.
Whoa. It's true. I can't take it.
It's like strong bad. Look at his majesty.
I can't take it. I can't take all this.
No, all this.
The shutter's like, no, no.
Ew. Steve Jobs didn't make me strong enough.
Oh,
Is
there
it
we
time?
go.
Is it time?
It is. No, not yet, because Scott's
No.
not sitting down. So it is not quite time yet to go into our
yet.
bumper. But in a moment, it will
We're
be.
going to talk about Cronenberg.
We
You
are.
excited for some Cronenberg?
Let's talk about Crony.
What up?
Videodrome. 1983. The year was 1983.
The year of our Lord.
The Cronenberg was David. Written and directed by David Cronenberg, a programmer at a TV station that specializes in adult entertainment, searches for the producers of a dangerous and bizarre broadcast.
Yeah.
So this was a long time coming for me, as we mentioned. I've just always, I'm always adding to my Cronenberg back catalog. I love him. I love David Cronenberg. Earlier, we were kind of talking about if he's polarizing, and you either love him or you hate him. There's very few people who are probably in the middle. I love him. I love every bit of Crony and Crony Jr. that I can get my hands on. I love them both. I think they're so bizarre and intriguing and thought-provoking and gross. And I feel like the message of this film really holds up. Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved this movie. I
Wow.
loved it. I was so happy, and it also felt like there was times where I turned to you and I'm like, I feel like I'm finally in on like this inside joke that like I like all I don't know different scenes, different gifs, different quotes. It was like I'm part of it now. I'm finally part of it, and to boot, I loved it. Oh,
That's awesome.
I like psychosexual things.
Ah,
Yeah. More psycho, the better.
right.
Who's it? We never talked about Crash.
No, we
His
have nothing about Crash. Yeah.
Maybe that'll be a pick one day.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll force more Cronenberg on Caleb. What's your relationship with Cronenberg and Videodrome?
You know, I mean, obviously love The Fly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Why?
I mean, Cronenberg to me, and I know this is polarizing, and if you love him, I'm sorry, but this is just my opinion, and I'm allowed to have it. But
It's our show.
I want to love him. I really, really, really want to love him. But, you know, it's like for every one that I like, there's like 4 that I, you know.
It's like a one step
And
forward.
I'm not saying that
back.
I dislike this, but it's odd. It's weird. It's, you know, and I picked Naked Lunch, you know.
It's another
Not
Cronenberg.
even necessarily that I liked it. I just wanted something like fun and bizarre to
Yeah.
talk about with you guys. And you hated it, right?
I hated that movie. God, it was just boring, and I hated the color palette so much.
You know, but I mean,
boring.
that was my pick. And
Yeah.
it wasn't even one that I, you know, it's just one that Neil and I had seen in our
Youth.
teens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and we're like, what the hell is this? And, you know, in our late 40s, we're still
Yeah.
like, what the hell is this?
And that's, I mean, it's totally normal to not love a whole director's canon.
Right.
Or writers or actors or anything. That's normal. It's healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it
So,
is.
you know,
You can't love them all.
no.
Get one of
absolutely
them.
not.
I mean, you can, I guess.
And,
maybe,
and so
but-
I would say I probably didn't love this one. I'm intrigued by the whole idea of, you know, sex manipulating, you know, your mind and politics and the news and, you know, the
Violence.
fake news and the, you know, like, I mean, this is shit we're dealing with now. Like,
Yeah.
I see that's fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, what we're going through now isn't anything new.
Not at all.
So
Yeah. 40 years ago, this movie came out and
Yeah.
still has a lot of relevance.
there you go. So,
Just the tech has
Even
changed.
so there you
I-
go. There's relevance.
Yeah.
I can appreciate
The
relevance.
tech has changed, but technology does change. And so it fits that it's like, this was the technology at the time, but it's still relevant
Mhm.
with new technology.
Yeah, I would argue that's what makes this film so much better now is that you absolutely it's like eerily similar or prophetic as
Yeah.
to what we're going through now with TikTok and social media and all, and that there, you know, yeah, it was a TV programmer trying to find programming to stimulate his audience, but
Mhm.
that's what you see on social media now
Still is
every
now.
goddamn day.
Everybody's trying to
And-
grab, and TV's trying desperately to like
Right.
keep its
Right.
audiences.
But the news, you know, the headline grabbers,
Yes.
the you know, the what do we clickbait, you know,
yeah,
that
clickbait,
sort of stuff.
Yeah,
You know? That's exactly what they're talking
streaming
about here.
competition.
There-
And I would
Yeah.
say that's why I am not completely rejecting this film.
I admonish you.
Right?
Yes,
I haven't exercised it.
but you weren't Zardoz.
No, well, I mean,
That's up to us.
that's
We
up
have
to
to
you
Zardoz
guys
him.
to Zardoz
It's up to
me.
us.
Yes,
Yeah,
we must.
yeah.
We must do it.
This is-
Zardoz is in
This
our
is your
group.
mission. Should you choose to
Choose
accept
to
it?
accept. But yeah, I am one of those few who actually do not think Cronenberg can do no wrong, and I also don't think he's nuts. I'm a middle where. What was the last one that came out that you loved? The Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the
Yeah.
Future.
Like, I mean,
Oh, the ending of that
You
movie
know, I
ruined
thought
it.
I thought it was okay, and then again the psychosexual, all that kind of stuff that he loves to do, the body horror thing. This one didn't touch on as much for me as say Videodrome or some other ones.
Well,
but,
this is Videodrome.
right, but yeah, I quite enjoy this film. This is probably my third time watching it.
Third
Quite
time's
honestly.
the charm.
So I watched it most definitely as a kid when I was just consuming as much as I can get my hands on.
Probably a lot of
And
it probably
then-
went over your head.
Oh yeah, there's no question. I
Yes.
definitely. And then I watched it again I remember, I'm gonna say like 7-ish years ago. I'm just throwing that number out there for whatever reason. So yeah, and and then it's got Debbie Harry.
We love
So,
her.
got Debbie Harry in
was
there.
raised on Blondie's music.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Love her. Yeah.
So she's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask me, she's not in it enough. Actually, the promise of her being in it, and then just kind of comes and goes quickly.
Well, I kind of liked the utilization of her character though, so I kind of think that was part of the magic of the amount of time she's actually on screen.
Yeah.
But I guess if it was like some people might have felt they were sold a bill of goods that they were gonna get hella Debbie Harry, and they didn't.
Yeah.
We have to address the James Wood shaped elephant in the room.
Okay.
So I honestly have not seen many of his movies. So like there's a point where I make a note in here, and I'm like, why is he so good at acting? Like he's fucking good. He is a controversial figure. He's said some things. He's been accused of some things that are really not cute. So I mean, whatever. He's evidence points that he's a piece of shit. However, he's in this movie and a good actor in it.
Yeah.
We don't get to pick who it was in the movie in 1983 that we review now. But yeah. That's how it is.
Do you mind if I go back to David Cronenberg?
I want to go back to
mind?
David Cronenberg.
Is it too early to go into Crony, or?
I want to go into Crony right now.
Okay.
I want to live inside him like a tauntaun out in the hall.
Nice. When you cut him open and get warm. That's fair.
Yes.
I was trying to remember the name of the film, and I couldn't remember it. Shivers. So I'm trying to think like what was his early stuff that I remember seeing.
Shivers.
So when you look at some of these, I'm just trying to read off some of the films that he did that are just so iconic. I'm like, you just forget, like Shivers, Rabid. Okay, early ones, and then you get into like The Brood. Scanners is freaking cult.
Okay,
I mean
so that's one I enjoy.
Videodrome. That's that's the famous.
I mean, I love the poster, but I don't know that I've seen Scanners, man.
Okay, The Dead Zone.
Love the Dead Zone.
Which was, I mean, I've seen that a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And then you get into The Fly. These are like in order. He did Scanners, Videodrome, The Dead Zone, The Fly. I mean, that's all boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Dead Ringers. A lot of people love Dead Ringers.
And that's got a show reboot right now.
That's right.
Yeah, which looks really intriguing.
So I mean, he's got, like you said, when it comes to canon, he's firing on.
History of Violence a few years ago.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
I really like that one.
Yeah, so many things.
That's
and
really
he is known for his body horror. Absolutely,
Yeah.
he is. I mean, I don't know that any director has probably incorporated more body horror than him.
I do love some body horror. Sometimes it does make me cringe, like, but it's like I like it. I like that it makes me cringe.
Anything that makes you uncomfortable is good.
Rick Baker,
we see you.
We see you, Rick Baker.
One of my favorite parts of this film, if not the favorite part, is definitely the spasming death at the end.
Oh, we must talk about that.
So, yes, that's a lot of fun.
His character's name is Max, yeah?
Max. Yeah.
Max is a monster because he dips his pizza crust in coffee at the beginning. And that's like the most body horror thing I can imagine. Like, who does that? How dare you, sir? How dare. Moving on. There's a penis dressed as a pretty lady. That's nice.
Yes,
that's in the
Samurai Dreams.
Yeah,
one of his shows he's contemplating putting on TV.
It's like a little cozy.
It is, yeah, it is.
But it's a pretty lady.
It's a covering. We weren't sure if it was, what was it made of? Wood? Was it clay?
Clay.
Was it a removed phallus? From
like off a person.
Off a person, yeah, maybe
Never. She won't
Neither
tell her
sanitary
secrets.
choices.
No, not sanitary. But she will not tell her secrets. So Max is like, he's not necessarily a bad guy. He's a hustler type. He's really trying to, like, I don't know, he wants to get his audience. He's very invested in being a player in this game.
Yep.
So he's always looking for the new thing, the big shiny thing in adult entertainment.
So his TV station is Channel 83.
Yeah.
Which, is way up there in the channels.
Yeah.
If you remember back in the day, I don't even know you didn't have TVs that weren't that high, so click, 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 kind of thing. So it's interesting that because
everything I read that said it was just a UHF station.
Okay. Because they don't show. He's looking for content you typically couldn't show on TV back then.
Right.
Late night.
It's definitely like a Cinemax late night sort of,
Violence and sex is what he was looking for.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting what, you know what I mean? Like what the station is. Like, do they actually have advertisers? How do they make their money? Like, where are they getting paid from?
Do they show other content during the day? They would have to.
You would
right?
think,
like, to make any money.
But they don't really get into that. But it's kind of interesting that it's just he's just programming, trying to buy programming.
Yeah. And of course, it's the 80s, so he smokes like a chimney.
Everyone in the movie.
So that's an interesting point. Yes, it does take place in the 80s, but I was kind of like questioning that. Like, I wasn't sure, is this in the future where you could show something like that, because
that's true. Yeah.
Everyone in his circle is either working for a company that does that, making that sort of stuff, or in search of, it almost seems like. So
yeah, it's interesting to think about, but you can definitely see where he's kind of like, doesn't appear that he really gets a lot of sleep. He's kind of always like, he just needs his assistant to remind him of everything.
Yes.
Like he's just
in VHS form.
In VHS form. It was kind of funny.
Chops off a tape every night.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do tomorrow.
The technology that they have does not scream future.
Right.
So perhaps it is, as you guys would call in your last Genre Junkies, a pocket universe.
Pocket universe, nice.
So proof that I listen.
A Canadian pocket universe.
Exactly.
Maybe.
With a demigod. So Max wears a lot of interesting things in this movie. I always love to look for my little details, especially in a period piece. At one point, he wears a brown leather tie, which made me visibly cringe. I was like, how do you tie
It's a zipper.
Man, yeah,
it's a zipper tie.
It's a fake, yeah.
Not a clip-on, but a zipper tie?
I'm just saying, if you didn't leather tie in the 80s, you weren't nobody.
What is a zipper tie? I'm confused.
It slides up and down on a zipper.
Yeah, so you zip it down, you can get it over your head, and then
you zip it back up.
I only knew about the clip-on, so that's very interesting. Yeah. And then what about the little cream-colored number, the little crochet tie he wears? He has two speeds, leather and crochet.
I don't know. I was all about that trench coat. I like that trench coat.
Oh, that trench coat is a staple.
That was
the crochet
amazing.
leather. Those were around. Those were good for when you spilled and you had to dab your
Oh,
lip.
yeah. No, it's called a knit tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A knit tie.
I actually
Was that a real tie or a fakey too?
Probably sold both, but normally it's a real tie. I'll bring you one. I have one in my house.
Wear it, please. I want to see it. And then he also has his.
They made a comeback a while ago when I was wearing ties a lot. So
yeah,
cool. I mean, I think it was.
This is like like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 years ago.
10, 12, 13.
Those were original lyrics to ZZ Top's song, right? Sharp Dressed Man. It wasn't black tie. It was knit tie.
Knit tie. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, that was a
the
real
record label didn't think it was edgy enough.
As a kid, I wore a knit tie in the 80s and then bought another one in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Wow. So then we get introduced to Debbie Harry's character. Nikki Haley.
Who's a radio DJ?
She's she's more like a talk radio host is kind of the vibe I was getting.
Yeah.
And her outfits are really amazing in this movie. Some really iconic outfits. Because she's definitely supposed to be kind of like a modern, liberated woman, right? So, like, she wears kind of like edgier outfits. And her radio show, she makes people cry. She talks to them kind of like
analyzing them and,
with their problems. So they meet when they're doing a program together.
It's Pocket Universe Frasier.
It's Pocket Universe Frasier. Everybody has a radio show. Yeah. And she says, which we were referring to earlier, how she says we live in overstimulated times. And it's like, oh, girl, just wait. But then Scott and I were talking, and, like, everybody acts like everything's brand new and nothing's new in the history. And I'm sure, like, people were like, the Victrola is ruining our society. Like, I mean, I'm sure they
In the 80s,
Always-
it was the Satanic Panic, or you
Yes.
know, or rap music. You know, the
Yes.
gangster rap is, you know, like
and video culture,
yeah.
video like music
Right.
videos. And
every
yeah.
every
The
era has
60s had
their
plenty.
thing.
the 50s, oh my God, how dare you rock and roll? Like, yeah, there's always something. But
How dare you women vote?
women getting the vote.
Yeah.
There's always something, right? But
That's going to be the downfall of society.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But it is kind of interesting. I mean, you could, I guess, make the argument that the 80s would have been the start of the overstimulation of our culture. Always something to do, always somewhere to go, always something to watch, arcades, malls, so on and so forth. So we get introduced to Harlan as well. Harlan is annoying but funny. I really liked his bits of levity, but he's also like really nihilistic as well, especially later in the film.
Yeah.
But he just seems like kind of like harmless, kind of nerdy, kind of funny guy. That was a really cool reveal for me later in the movie. I didn't see Harlan coming.
I didn't really
didn't see
see
that.
anything coming in this movie. But I mean, if you sat there and said like, "Oh, this is gonna happen," then kudos to you.
Harlan, though, he is the Prince of Pirates, if you recall that
Love
term
that.
used. And pirate as in like a pirate of content,
Right.
media.
Yeah.
He can hack into any broadcast throughout the world, basically, and bring
And
it
he
into
sort
you.
of sets this whole movie in motion by
Because he
finding
introduces us to Videodrome.
this thing to
Mhm.
Videodrome.
Yeah, to these videos depicting people being tortured. For what turns out
and worse.
and worse. Yeah, for amusement, for entertainment, and of
Yep.
course when Max is introduced to it, he thinks, oh, it's just a TV show. It's like a scripted thing, you know,
Yeah.
just like pornography. It's just, you know,
Yep.
is what it is. Ha ha ha. He's got another thing coming, or we wouldn't have a film.
Yeah, this weird thing coming from Malaysia.
Right. And his new friend, Nikki, a.k.a. Debbie Harry,
Yeah.
Right.
has also takes quite a liking to
Different way.
a different way. She is actually quite aroused,
Yeah.
stimulated
Because
by the pain.
Because he's like, I could definitely see people getting down on this because, like, not only is he like finding sexual content for the show, but also violent content
Yeah.
as well. They
Yeah.
kind of touch on that. So he's like, this could be the thing, but he's a little upset by like her reaction to it. I mean, he starts to like engage with her, but it's clear that he's kind of like, you could kind of take this too far, and there's times where she does, and
Right.
it like kind of upsets him, but it's because he's not fully like videodromed yet.
Not quite yet.
They
Well, his
do-
reaction to seeing
the cuts
on her
yeah.
neck, which are for pleasure or whatever, his
Yes.
reaction at first is very like,
Yeah.
"You do what now?
Right.
You like what now?"
And he's like,
But
oh,
notice
yeah.
how quickly he gets into it with that
he's like, I'm gonna try it.
ear
Yeah.
piercing.
Well, like an ear piercing, he does that. They're doing sex on a sheet in the living room, a sensual sheet, very sensual sheet.
Yeah, as one would.
And then it turns into the Videodrome set, and I put in my notes, what's worse? What's worse, the sheet in this man's apartment or the Videodrome set? I don't know which
Which
one.
is-
Let me answer
Cringier.
that for you. The Videodrome set is worse.
I don't
Which
know,
is basically
man.
a big grate in the floor where all the blood
Right.
and water and
They're equally bad in my
right
mind.
can flow into.
They're equally bad in my mind. But yeah, so he's like, I'll pierce your ear, I guess, because that's like just slumber party fun and games. But like, she burns herself with a cigarette, and he's like, oh no, she wants to be on the show, and he's like, abso-fucking-lutely not. But no, he's gonna come around.
Well, she
The game after this episode is going to be ear piercing.
It's totally hygienic.
Yeah, that's fine.
The kissing sounds on your high def television was like,
You mentioned you weren't a fan of that.
I can still hear it, and it makes my skin crawl. It was like the ADR they use is just like.
That's how it feels when you eat when I'm wearing headphones.
You're gonna love later in the episode then. And there was like a line in that same scene where one of them says, "What's really going on under the sheet?" So it's like, we know you have a sheet right there, and it's ear piercing.
Ear piercing, yes. That's always always a fun time.
Yeah, it's fine.
I guess.
Shove a
I
needle
guess.
through an ear.
Foreplay.
Is that why
There's
so
a
many
court.
people like Claire's?
Built a market on it.
You would think that there'd be more lines out the door, you know?
We soon get introduced to Masha, who is iconic, and I fucking love her. Oh my god, love Masha. But
She's the director that
she's
he
the friend. Yeah, it was
recruits into.
yeah. She made the Dionysus porn, and he didn't
Yes.
like it. He said it was
because it was too boring.
This is too
I need
boring.
new. I need
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Which is kind of sad for her because she was really into it.
But I guess that's the point. You
It's
become
like Greek
you become
orgy.
desensitized, and you always have to keep
Find the bigger
pushing
thing.
the you know.
Yeah. And she clearly still wants a little sensuality in the product that
What
she
was it
makes.
called though? Dionysus
It's
and
called
Apollo,
Yeah, something
right?
like
Or
that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, a Greek orgy is a classic.
I'm
It's
just-
depicted on pottery, for God's sake.
Sorry, I
It
was
is.
laughing because I just read, or I'm in the process of reading, Percy Jackson series with my with my 8-year-old. You know,
That's
and,
different.
And so I'm just kind of laughing at like because both
Yes.
those characters are.
What
in
did
the,
they
in
do
the
after
series, so-
graduation?
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
We know what happened to Alexandra Daddario, right?
Oh,
'Cause she was in the movies.
gotcha.
Haven't seen the movies.
Don't.
Reading the books.
Well, excuse
The
me.
new, the
The
new
series.
series looks really cute, though. The new live action.
We'll see, but
Looks cute.
we've gotten off topic. I apologize.
That's okay. It's our show. It's our show. We do what we want.
Cathode ray mission. Scott's favorite
Ooh,
place.
What's a cathode ray?
Producer Scott, are you mic'd? Can you talk to us?
Well, a cathode ray is how CRT TVs worked. It is the ray of electrons that would scan across the screen super fast to actually create the picture that you saw.
I love that. So they're masking themselves to look like a Catholic Charities type of thing. But really, it's for their weird religious TV mission. Like, goddamn, Cronenberg. I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty clever.
Yeah. I
So-
did not know what a cathode ray was.
I actually did because I was from that time where I had to watch those TVs, but
That's your church.
that I actually knew that, there was a guy who actually invented the cathode ray only because he knew they would be needed for televisions, for tube TVs.
Really?
Like, he didn't invent the TV,
Dang.
right? Like Marconi or whoever the hell invented, that was radio. Whoever invented the TV, but there's the other guy who said, you're going to need glass tubes for this TV, like cathode rays, and he invented those, waiting for the time, because he
When
knew
that
that
became-
to make
Yeah.
those things happen, that you would need
Wow.
Love
this. So,
that.
yeah, it's really actually
That's
kind of a
planning.
cool story.
Good job.
Yeah.
Sorry I don't have any facts to back that up with like names or anything, but
Yeah.
I do remember that.
I have like true crime facts, and you have that.
It's a one fact I have.
It's a one fact.
I'm a one fact pony.
But the mission that
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yes.
So when he talks to the director, she says, we're bringing the derelicts in to make them watch a whole bunch of TV,
hmm
right? To make them, feel like part of society again?
They're
Is
trying
that-
to,
they're binge watching television
It's like they're
to
kind
bring them back into society.
Yeah, they're kind of like taking folks who are like kind of down on their luck, and they're forcing television on them, and their idea is like they're going to be able to kind of reintegrate into society. Somehow this is going to fix them. It's going to fix their whatever's going on with them, if they're having mental health issues or whatever it is.
I kind of, I just took it honestly in a way that, like, there are missions and homeless shelters and that kind
Yeah.
of thing that feed people and give you a bed for the night or whatever. And, TV has become such a drug, for lack of a better word,
Right.
that's, you know what I mean? They come in, they give
Yeah.
you your food, and they give you your TV.
Right.
And then the next day you get to go about your way.
And we know now that they're also, they're kind of like they're studying, they're doing something.
Right.
They're
Because
some-
each person that
yeah.
comes in is like isolated, basically.
Yeah, they're in like a little
they're in a
cubicle.
little cubicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and it's a thought provoking.
It is.
No,
like
it's weird
image.
because it's like she's saying we're going to integrate them back in by doing this,
Right.
and yet isolating them
Right.
Yeah.
so that they have no connection with anybody else.
Absolutely.
it's-
Yeah. Which is kind of how that works when we're all on our phones and our TVs or
Yes.
Yes. Devices.
our devices. Our devices. I do appreciate that Nikki is down to clown and gives 0 fucks. I really do. But highly disagree that she should seek out Videodrome. I was like, this seems like a bad idea. You don't know who these people are. We don't know that this is scripted. We don't know that this is consensual in any way. Like,
Max says no too.
yeah,
Don't go.
She takes it as a challenge, and it's
That's
like,
exactly what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's disappointing.
Well, they find out that it's actually not Malaysia; it's Pittsburgh.
It's Pittsburgh.
They're making
And then
the
they
show.
say
Right.
that's in the USA.
That's the USA. Yep.
Because they're in Canada.
Thank you very much.
Because they're in
Appreciate
Canada.
that.
Because they're in Canada.
That is a good point. That is
Yeah.
a good point.
They are.
It's
our
very
friends
close
up
from where
north.
they're in Toronto-ish area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
just a little
I'm
quick.
pretty sure they knew where Pittsburgh
Quick little
was.
jaunt
That's a hop,
across
a
there.
skip, and maybe a long jump, and you're there.
One
So-
long jump. Masha, queen that she is, brings the truth. And she's like, Max, these people are, it's not the mob, it's not any other entity you've dealt with before. Leave this alone.
It's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Um,
This isn't like a TV program.
It's not a program. I love her face. I love her eyes, like, in this scene. It's like, you know, she's kind of this, like, pornographer who her time is kind of up. Like, the stuff that she used to make isn't edgy, isn't explicit, isn't violent enough, and it's like she's kind of phasing out.
Mm.
But she even dresses in like that.
Like almost old Hollywood.
Sorry, rich white girl, like with
Yeah.
the turban and
Little
the
hats.
you know?
Yeah. And she like flirts with the younger dude. It's really funny.
Right.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she says Max.
Oh,
is
she
too
tells
old for him.
James Woods or Max that he's
At
not
34, he's too
yeah,
old for her.
he's too
So
old.
funny, iconic.
Yeah. You like that.
But yeah, it's kind of interesting to think
Mhm.
about. Like, she used to be, I'm sure, cutting edge and edgy,
Right.
and like people thought she was, you know, a wild, nasty woman.
Yeah.
And now it's like, girl, your thing's kind of tired.
She drops a name though, doesn't she? To James Woods, I think it was her.
She does tell him
Who,
it's
who gives
Oblivion.
up Brian Oblivion? Yeah.
Oblivion.
Yep.
And he's like, but I've talked to Brian Oblivion.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Introduce.
talked to Brian Oblivion.
Well, he thinks
If,
he did.
if you remember the TV
Yeah.
show, though, he was talking to Nikki
Yeah.
That's true.
while Brian Oblivion
This-
is interviewing, which I
Yeah.
thought was very funny.
But then we know
He,
the
he's
truth.
like trying to set up a date
Yeah.
on a TV show.
And then we know the truth that because Brian Oblivion was like long dead, actually.
Right.
So that's actually when they go to the TV studio and they see the whole thing, and we get to see that office. Oh my god, that office, gorgeous! I love it. It's ornate and opulent, and old world dark academia vibes. That was pretty good. Wasn't
Yep.
expecting that upstairs.
You
Right.
did let out an audible gasp
I
did.
when
I was
that
like,
door opened.
"Oh, I want to go. Max is a lot of things. And one of those things is a man who needs gun safety lessons. He kind of gets a little fast and loose with that thing.
With his gun?
Yeah.
You mean where he puts it or where he
Remember
holsters
he
it?
like holds it and it's like
I know he's like,
Yeah.
Oh, right.
it would've
Drops the
been-
clip.
you know, I'm surprised he didn't like look down the barrel or anything. you
Right.
know?
I think the idea is that's supposed to tell us like, yeah, he owns a gun, but he's not really a gun user or
Right.
something, you know?
Right.
So that his descent into violence is all the more surprising.
Yeah. That gun,
Um,
by the way, Walter PPK, same gun James Bond uses in the movies.
heard that somewhere.
There you go. That's important. So, Max, though,
Yeah.
decides he doesn't need a holster like on his hip
No.
or anything else.
Nothing on his side.
Nope.
you know.
He decides that, the best place for a gun is inside your stomach.
That is actually
So-
what they recommend. The safest place is inside the body
pretty
cavity.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If it goes off, it'll just bounce around in there and
Right.
everything will be okay. No one will get hurt.
Nope. Because you introduce wonderful Rick Baker effects, practical effects,
Yeah.
Yep.
with a nice stomach orifice, we'll call it, I guess, where
Yep.
you can insert guns, you can insert videotapes.
Oh, anything you want
Yeah,
can go
anything.
in
Whatever you
there.
want.
So,
You can
So-
even pull things out of it if you want.
that's right.
This is after many, many years of being teased with the stomach vulva.
Okay.
I
You
finally
finally see it.
see the origin story of it. And that's, I mean, obviously this is a psychosexual movie. It's supposed to look sexual.
Right.
And it is. and it's a little funny, but it's also disturbing because it's like they get you. It's how they get you, and he's starting to hallucinate. He's starting now to officially get sucked into the world of the Videodrome, where he thinks this thing is in his stomach, where he's seeing the TV becoming a sensual breathing thing. Actually pretty cool when it kind of bubbles out. The TV. That was pretty cool.
There's some great effects.
And again, all practical effects, which is pretty neat. Considering they had no idea how to do any of this stuff. There was a time constraint of like, I think I read Rick Baker wanted 5 months and they gave him 2 to like plan all this stuff out.
Damn.
So
that's quite a lot. So turns out there's a little bit of a twist with the Videodrome thing.
Okay.
Brain tumor.
Right.
That's not in the small print when you sign that's gonna happen to you, but it's more than like a tumor. They consider it an evolution. They consider it like your mind is actually growing, your body is evolving through Videodrome, which is an interesting concept. I hope it's not true.
Is this where we say why Videodrome exists?
Yes, please.
Basically, we find out that there's a company that makes both eyeglasses and weapons for, I think they said NATO, right?
Long-range missile scopes or something like that.
Which is kind of funny, making weapons for NATO. But
there's a comment there.
So anyway, and one of those weapons ends up being this video that can ultimately allow you to mind control.
But isn't there other companies and stuff that make kind of everyday things, and then they also make like weapons and shit? Isn't that kind of like a thing?
Probably. I mean, I'm sure
it's
McDonald's Whopper makes Whoppers and or Big Macs and
grenades,
carpet bombs.
Bombs. So the glasses, I wrote in my notes here, they almost, what am I saying here? I was so excited. I didn't write clearly.
You're like me, writing things down.
I know.
Can't read my own handwriting sometimes.
So the shady Videodrome partners. So Professor Oblivion, Brian Oblivion, is like long dead, and you don't want to fuck with the people that he was involved with, but it's too late. He's in.
Right.
Yes.
So, that's right. They sent him a video, almost like you would like a cell phone call. That's kind of the vibe, just like how his assistant did too. And it's kind of like they're painting this picture of like you can always be like reachable, communicated to. It's kind of like an interesting thing.
Yep.
So it's Spectral Vision, I think, is the name of the company.
Yeah.
And then the man,
his name
Spectacular Optical.
Barry Convex.
We love convex. Convex, like an eye, rounded, like an eye, like a doll's eye, dead eye. And he really brings the scary truth out there. Like, we kind of need to study your brain because most people can't function, and you're basically functioning. That's a hell of a news to take.
Yeah. Yep. But some reason James Woods can handle the truth. I don't know.
That's because he's just the sleeper cell agent they need.
Exactly. Yep.
So I was really scared that he killed Masha for real.
Oh, okay.
When he wakes up, after putting the
the head thing on.
I don't even know what that was called, but
what's that thing called?
Scott calls it the Gen 1 Oculus.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Hefty. So he thinks that he basically beat her to death and was spooning her body. So he's gonna get, I say in my notes, he's gonna get poor Harlan involved. And I'm like, I seriously love Harlan. Like, don't involve him in this. Little did I know.
Little did you know, though.
But do you, though?
Well, and that, again, I did not see this coming. I did not see this twist
Right.
of this grand conspiracy. I love conspiracy and paranoia in movies and books. It's one of my favorite things when people can't trust their mind, they can't trust other people, everyone around them is involved. This has been Harlan's lawn game.
Yep.
He's been in this thing for 2 years.
Oh.
And his demeanor changes.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, nope, this is the future. This is
it.
Northern America is
right.
weak and
They're
soft.
soft. That's the word they use.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world is tough. And this is going to weed out that softness.
And you hear some people kind of talking like that these days, too.
Gee,
because if you're into the sex, if you're into the violence,
Immoral.
we don't need you.
We don't need
We
you.
don't want you.
You're immoral and you're weak.
Yep.
Sinner.
So Harlan was a plant by good old Barry Convex.
And it's kind of funny, like, when you notice, like, when he was showing Max Videodrome at the Pirate Palace, that, like, Harlan never actually looks at it. He's always, like, kind of pacing around and kind of doing other things, but he's never actually watching it. But he says, like, yeah, I've watched it.
Right.
Right.
That's a
But
lie.
then later he says, I wouldn't watch that. That's scum.
Exactly.
Only scum would watch that.
Yeah. Only people that we want to turn into Videodrome. Dromes?
Dromes, yeah.
Yeah.
Video dromies.
Videodromies? What do you got? What do you have?
So Max, so once Max starts really just freaking descending into the hallucinations, he's got the great thing where the gun and his hand become one.
Oh, fleshy.
Fleshy weird thing, but the gun starts sprouting tentacles, like metallic looking tentacles that dig into his hand and eventually kind of make the gun and his hand one big brown
unit
thing. But it's kind of cool. Again, more awesome practical effects
Right.
Yes.
that are going on with everything in his hand. It was, that's the stuff that I love. I love watching these cool practical effects.
I also love a sleeper agent thing, and it's not a trope you get to see a whole lot. It's more in action movies and stuff, but I like that like somebody's been infiltrated and kind of turned, but he's kind of like he's at war with himself of like doing what they want and not being a puppet, a pawn in their game.
Yeah.
And so they send him to go kill
He becomes their assassin.
Yes. And Bianca, earlier she said, I thought you were here to kill me, you know?
Yep.
Right. And that's why. But she reprograms him.
Yes. And this is where we start to get the brilliant tagline that I love so much.
You were so excited.
Long
when you heard
live
this.
the new flesh.
Yep.
And I put in my notes, finally I get it. After so much time of people saying that, long live the new flesh, I get it and I love it.
Yeah, everyone.
I love the new
Look
flesh.
at Sandra's new tattoo. Long live the new flesh.
I would get that as a tattoo. Don't tempt me with a good time. Grenade.
Yeah.
You
I
could-
called that. I was like, what is that? A
You're
grenade?
Like, yeah, you're like, is that a World War II grenade? And it was like, yes, it is.
And
Boom.
then suddenly it was. Yeah.
Kaboom.
Yeah, he goes and blows shit up.
Harlan, mostly.
Yeah, like James Woods goes nuts, killing, going back for the other team.
Right?
Yeah.
And he gets Barry Concave. Was it Barry Concave?
He kills
Convex.
his-
Yeah, Convex. Sorry.
But he also
The other
like,
one.
Concave, convex, you know.
right, because he killed his partners already.
Yep.
His like
Right.
coworkers. Yeah. So he got to kill Convex. He's got to go to the eyeglasses convention.
Yes.
Have you guys ever been to one of those?
Oh, yeah.
An eyeglasses
Not
one?
an eyeglass convention.
No, it's
no.
amazing.
They have silly hijinks.
They sure
They've
do.
got some dancers.
Dancers with spandex.
A lot of glitter, but I guess you have to get them in the door somehow. Convex's death is really cool.
Yes. Best part of the movie for me.
Take it away.
Absolutely.
Twitching.
Yes, the man gets, I guess he gets shot first? Does
Several
James
times.
Woods shoot him?
Yeah, he shoots him a few times.
Yeah, a few times, right. And then he, for whatever reason, falls on the floor and just starts spasming, and all his innards kind of like spasm out of his stomach, and
It's
then
like jittery.
his head kind of splits, and then more goo and blood and
Oh, that's a good time right
things
there.
come out. So it's wonderful. It's an iconic image, really.
It is.
These I grew up seeing that a lot
Right?
I
in
get.
magazines.
And
I
now
might
you
saw it a
know-
lot,
You
too.
could shoot someone, a bullet hole appears, blood
Yeah.
comes out, or you could have this.
And
Or you can
said-
have this,
and you said
yeah.
it was a Fangoria cover too.
Yeah,
right?
there was some Fangoria, a lot of Fangoria shots. There's actually a lot from this movie I remember The TV with the guts that come out at the end was a big
Yes.
thing on Fangoria. The spasming guy.
And I said entrails blasting from the
Entrails
TV.
blasting, yes. So
Love that.
Lots of iconic stuff.
Nice.
One little fun thing I noticed here at the end too is that Nikki in the hallucination is dressed in red. She's dressed in red again, just like a callback to the first time they met. Only now it's much more revealing, and now we're also thinking of red as not only stimulation and like, I don't know, vividness, but also like blood and violence. He's always very smart with how he plants these little seeds.
He is.
I
mean, he knows what he's doing, Cronenberg. Yeah. I mean, I really would love to see, like,
I'm gonna talk to him
even before the storyboard, just like his notes and what he has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Planned out to make sure that it all ties in correctly, gets done correctly. You know, the notes to his costuming department, and I mean everything,
Mm-hmm.
just to see his sets, the whole deal.
Yeah.
So
how does his mind work?
Yeah, a lot of attention to detail.
How does his storyboarding, his whole planning, his writing, his drafts?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yep.
So there you have it. I loved this gory, psychosexual, overstimulated techno thriller horror movie, and I say, long live the new flesh.
Long live the new flesh. Caleb, any difference?
You know, I'm gonna say you guys haven't Zardoz me, but
Okay.
you know what? After our last 2 episodes of all of us hating a movie,
Yeah.
you know, I'm very happy that you guys liked it. That makes me happy.
Okay.
And they weren't as bad as those other two for you, were they?
No,
No.
like I said, I don't hate this movie. It's just
This was an
I don't know,
elevated
I-
experience
yeah,
compared
sure, I'm an unelevated person. How's that?
compared to The Bride and The Witchery.
The witchery.
The Witchery Dickory Dock.
The witchery.
Any final thoughts?
The
Sam?
Good
Witchery.
Lord.
No, it was fun to watch it again. It was fun to watch it with you and to see your excitement, from these things that
Child on Christmas morning.
exactly that you had been seeing. Like, I finally got my Nintendo NES, yay! And kind of thing, like that kind of deal. So it was fun in that regard. And then I'm kind of curious to see what producer Scott, because he was with us and he watched it, and it didn't seem like he was 100% on board with it, but I don't know.
I thought it was okay.
All right.
I thought it was okay. I like some of the imagery. I like some of the themes. I do think that some of it is relevant for today, but I think some of it is also like dated in a way that makes it a little unrelatable.
Huh.
So I thought it was okay.
Hot take.
Okay.
Hot take.
That is a
It's a
hot
hot
take.
take.
Because I would disagree with that.
I think that
I love you though, Scott.
we must always remember producer Scott is going to majorly defend technology.
Right.
Like to the death. It'll be like, technology! Like that's his Long Live the New Flesh is like batteries and circuits and overstimulation.
Yes. So basically, Scott liked Superman 3 when the woman finally got turned into the robot at the end. That's the part he likes.
Never seen it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anyone likes Superman.
Yeah, that's the first mistake he made. Okay.
All right.
Let's play a little game.
Let's do it. Hi.
Welcome back. So we're gonna play a little game. We're basically having a good slumber party time right now.
Yes.
We've got some fun little snacks we're gonna try and share with you, and these are all Halloween novelty cereals for the modern era.
Yay.
And we're gonna do a little Mary date dump, little fuck Chuck or Mary, a little this or that, throwing out one,
Wow, okay.
and it's
Okay.
gonna be fun. We're
Cool,
gonna
let's
have a
do
good
it.
Time.
Nice.
Our first cereal has the cutest box. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown cereal,
How cute.
vanilla flavored. It's got these little. This is on your plate. You will see the green and orange little ball things, and then on the back, like even the side, really cute. On the back, got all of them in their little, the iconic I Got a Rock.
If you were a Charlie
I
Brown
can't help but
fan.
notice that I do not have a plate in front of me.
Oh, you didn't get any cereal. Here, come have some
Oh.
cereal.
It's fine. It's
Hey,
fine.
Ooh.
Have one off Caleb's plate. So let's try a
So
little.
it's these ones here, yeah?
Yeah, it's these
Okay.
ones.
so
here.
I feel that this box is very misleading. Like,
Oh,
Great pumpkin. I felt like should be at least like pumpkin spice, maybe. You know?
no, but it's vanilla.
No, I understand that, and
Yeah.
that's why I feel it's very misleading.
Yeah.
So it's yummy.
It tastes like Kicks. Tastes like Kicks.
It tastes
Oh,
like
that's
vanilla.
what reminds
It
me of-
tastes like vanilla kicks.
Yeah.
They're kind of a funkier shape though. They're more like
Remember
hockey puck.
those like basketball cereal that you could get like I don't know late '90s. Anyone remember that? It tastes like that.
He's mentioned this basketball cereal so many times, and I'm like, I have
don't
no
know.
idea what you're talking
Like-
I think it was available for like maybe a month.
Like
Is-
It
NBA.
was like the one month that I was
Jams.
actually interested in
And is-
basketball in my life.
Is there marshmallow in there too? Is that
about.
the little orange?
No, that's. Oh.
Yeah, those are marshmallows.
Little marshmallow?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's from a. Or is
They're-
that from that one or
I
from a
think they're
different cereal?
pumpkins. Little pumpkin
Pumpkins?
marshmallows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There are
It's
some
the
of those.
Great pumpkin. That makes sense. If it's a great pumpkin, that they would have pumpkins in it.
So that's the pumpkin in it. No pumpkin flavoring.
There's one right
No.
here.
And that is
You
just
have
your
it.
very typical cereal marshmallow.
Yeah.
Okay, now you get to pick which one of these gentle people
Okay.
you want to spend your life with,
All right.
which one you want to go on a date with. Probably you're gonna hook up. You're hooking up on this date.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And which one you want murdered, gone. They're no more. They're dead now.
Okay.
They're toast.
Okay.
Pinhead from Hellraiser,
Okay.
Okay.
Ash from The Evil Dead, and the OG Candyman.
Ooh.
Mm.
So one I have to date, one I have to. Is it marry, and one I kill?
Yeah, but remember the date. It's you're hooking up.
You're hooking up. So not dating. You're just.
Well, it's one date. It's at least one. I don't know what happens
No,
after that.
I mean, okay. Hot take.
Yeah.
Or maybe not a hot take, but I am going to fuck Candyman.
Wow, I thought you'd get married. You love Candyman.
I know. The bees, though.
You can't handle the bees.
The bees. I'm going to marry Pinhead
Oh my word.
because he's got such sights to show me.
That's true.
I think Ash would get a little annoying after a while, to be honest. I mean, it's great to watch in a movie. I love Evil Dead. Do not get me wrong, but
Mhm.
I don't think I want that drama in my life.
It's a lot of drama. It's kind of like on a lifelong quest thing. How about you, producer Scott? Are you playing? Well, you're sitting here. You have to.
Sure, yeah. For me, this one's pretty easy.
Okay.
I would fuck Pinhead. That would probably last for a decade. I mean, let's be honest. It's kind of like cheating because
Good-
it's kind of like a
good
short
point.
marriage.
Good
In
point.
Pinhead's
Yeah,
world, that's
yeah.
like
Actually, probably
yeah,
lasts for
a day.
eternity. So
Yeah.
it's almost like that one session is forever. So
I would marry Ash,
Yeah, it's not.
and
that's
I would
surprising.
kill Candyman.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck them bees.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
I love the bees.
I had no problem with bees.
I have bees. I have a
okay.
tattoo of bees.
You do.
I'd like to try it with some milk.
I would marry Candyman because he's a romantic.
He is.
Yeah, I
Um,
used to take care of you.
Sweets for the sweet.
Yeah, exactly. I would have an intimate relationship with Pinhead,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would have to let Ash go because I agree. Ash
Yeah.
would get annoying.
Right.
Exact same.
He'd just be going like groovy all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Sorry, Scott. I know you're a big fan. I mean, we
No,
all are.
again,
love
we
Ash,
all love
but-
the movie, but is that what you want for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that
Like, I'm happy.
I
sarcastic.
want that boomstick for the
but-
rest of my life.
All right. Now you have to pick which one of these entities to open mouth
He'd
kiss.
be bringing that chainsaw. to bed,
Open
though,
mouth
every
kiss.
Yeah. This is not the same. You get two, and you have to pick which one you're going to open mouth kiss, and the
Okay.
other one you have to kill.
Wow.
night. So 2 open mouth kiss and 1.
No. There's only two.
2 people.
There's
Okay.
only two contestants.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at she stuff. Oh, go ahead.
my God, it's just like
Damn.
What?
just like over on your phone.
Wow.
having a
I was
moment.
looking for something that pertained to this.
Oh, okay. That's allowed.
I couldn't find a word.
Okay, well, then
Instead,
you
it
get to-
looks like you just can't like
No.
unstimulate yourself.
That's
and
what it
you
looks
need to,
like.
It's the Videodrome.
You need a video
It's
drone.
in there. So you have to answer first then.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one are you going to open mouth kiss and which one are you going to kill?
Okay.
E.T. the Extraterrestrial and original Yoda. Not Baby Yoda. Not Grogu.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
No.
No problem.
No problem for me neither.
I know. Okay. Well, original Yoda meaning like Frank Oz.
Frank Oz
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah. Puppet.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. Yoda.
Yeah.
Not ninja flipping
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yeah. I would have to go with kissing Yoda. Yeah. And
Killing E.T.
And E.T.
That's the only
Yeah.
acceptable answer to this question.
Is open mouth kissing, is that a euphemism, or are we literally?
No, it's
that is-
literal.
that is literal. Oh, in that case, it is easy. Yeah,
It's the same. Are we all feeling the same?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because E.T.
Absolutely.
is a menace.
But
No, it's not because of that. I
if
just
it was
Yes,
a
it is.
euphemism, though, those fingers, though, right?
well, it's only one finger, but
Well, I mean, yeah, but
But you're only open mouth kissing. You're not.
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's why it was important.
Yeah,
if it
to
was a
know, okay,
euphemism
the
or
level
not.
of
he defined
stimulation that is involved.
Yeah.
E.T. is a menace to society, and he
No,
must be
he's
obliterated
not,
at
yeah.
all costs.
I mean, I feel like that neck could come up to my height, so that's
Good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get down really low
Yeah.
to like get to Yoda's level, but I could
No.
stand him on a stump or something.
Well,
Yoda's-
Yoda can
you know.
float. Yoda can float up to you.
Yeah, I don't think he'd fuck around with the Force like that though. For
True.
you
Not
know,
for
In
that
the name of
reason.
love?
sexual reason. No, I don't think he would.
But he hasn't met you yet,
That is true.
if we're
but-
being real. Okay. Pearl from Pearl.
Which I haven't
Okay.
seen. But
Well, you can.
Yes.
I know
The
the
one
act. Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum in The Fly pre-transformation,
Ooh.
and the guide from What We Do in the Shadows.
These are still kiss or.
This is the
you
fuck
know,
Chuck Mary.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't necessarily like the guide. I just feel bad for her.
Same. I think that's the idea.
So I think I'm still gonna kill her.
I think she's got to go, and I love
I mean, I don't
her.
want to though. I just feel so sorry for her that she is always overlooked and forgotten,
Yeah.
and yet I'm about to do the same thing to her. So
So I.
that's the brilliance of the writing of that show.
There you go.
I'll get down on that Seth Brundle, not Brundlefly yet, but
Yeah,
you know,
he's pre-Brundle.
you know. But I mean,
Okay.
still, like '80s Jeff Goldblum is pretty. Sorry, I can't roll.
I can't rule. That's not how I roll.
Can't really ours.
Which means I'm marrying.
I marry Pearl.
I'm gonna marry Pearl, who I've never met before.
You met her, but she was older. Yeah.
I like her. She's a good actress.
Yeah. I've seen what happens when you go on a date with Pearl, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
That tracks for me though. Whatever happens that I don't know about.
That's a really good set, Sandra, because I was hard yesing on Pearl,
Yeah.
but I think I actually would have to kill Pearl
I'm gonna kill
in
Pearl.
that triplet there,
Yeah.
because I think I would have to marry the guide and fuck Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, I'm gonna marry Jeff Goldblum. I'll go on one date with the guy, though.
It's a mercy date though, and you know it.
Well, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can be friends. I'm sure we can be friends.
Or a mercy fuck, I guess, for that matter. But
I'm sure we'll be good friends.
and that's just mean.
Go get
Be
coffee.
If you
good
don't
friends.
mean
Good
it,
friends.
if you don't mean it, you shouldn't do
I'm
it.
cold-blooded. How about you, Neil?
You are cold blooded. You're right. That is cold blooded.
Cold-blooded.
The guide's gonna get her hopes up. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I love you so much."
Like,
why have you forgotten about me again?
On the other hand, you really only need to show like one small bit of love to her, and she's going to be loyal to you for life.
But it's
True.
just a one-time thing, though. It's not like you get to go back to it.
Yeah.
You're really defending the guide hard.
I feel bad for her, so that's why I'm going to cut her loose immediately. Immediately, and just
take a shovel to her.
forego all of that,
Yeah.
sorry, clinginess. And it's not her fault.
And I said I was cold-blooded.
It's not her fault.
What are you doing, Neil?
It's hard because I could almost just toss him however it lands. You know what I mean? I would be fine with, because the guide. I don't know.
Nobody wants the guide.
I kind of.
One.
I think she would be. I mean, she would do basically whatever you. I mean, she's gonna schedule all your shit. She's gonna. I mean,
She's a great artist. She's gonna do paintings.
Oh my
and
god,
do.
those
She's
paintings.
Oil work is.
I don't
good.
watch that show to watch her. You know what I mean?
Nobody does.
So, I
but
know.
but that's what I'm saying.
I want her to go away.
I want
her to go away.
But I
You're
still
a
feel
guide
bad for her.
apologist.
I know, Jesus.
So you're
over
killing
here.
her.
I don't know, but at
Which
the
is
same
what I
time,
did.
at the same time, Pearl is like, take your life in your own hands with that one.
She
So
might kill you.
you don't know what's going to happen with that.
I like the challenge, as
So-
Debbie Harry said.
Yep. You're gonna like that rotted pig on your front
Front
porch
porch,
the whole
yes.
time.
Love that.
Could you put any more freaking maggots on that thing? By the way,
God
I'm sure
damn.
we could squeeze
By
a
the
couple.
end-
Spoiler alert! Gosh.
yeah, I don't know, man. And then Goldblum though, he's a narcissist though. I mean, he really is that movie.
Right. That's
So-
why it's just
You're
one
gonna
time.
have to make a decision.
So-
That's
do
why
I?
it's just one time.
Nah,
You get that peak '80s Goldblum,
Well, I do-
and then you're done.
but then I do like the idea that he invents a telepod though. So that's kind of a cool thing to have around, right? So if I kill him, you don't get a telepod. I don't know.
You don't get it. Don't
Maybe
get
if you
someone.
bang him really good, he'll let you use it every now and then.
Yeah, you know what? I guess I would have. Oh man, I would have to kill the guide, because either way you're screwed. You do it once, she'll be on your butt forever, and if you
Yeah.
marry her, she won't stop talking. It sounds like, and then, oh god,
Wow.
maybe Goldblum. I guess I would marry Goldblum, the Seth Brundle, so that I would get half of the telepod money when he invents it, and then yeah, I guess I'll have hopefully a fun night with Pearl.
Hopefully.
Freaking
It's a
whack.
50-50 chance.
Exactly.
I really need to watch this movie.
It's
Just gonna
time,
hire her.
Really good.
Hire her for my stage plays or whatever. and-
time for, oh my god, yes, for all your theatrical needs. It's time for our next serial. So we finally have a girl in the, what do you call these?
The monster
The
The
cereal.
monster
cereals?
cereals, the
Yeah.
classic monster cereals, introducing Carmela Creeper. And look how freaking cute she is.
Let me say, I was very excited about this cereal when it was announced. It is very bright green.
And shiny.
Hold it up. Let the people
I
see.
am.
There's a cute
it's-
little comic on the back.
I don't, you know.
But she is like so
But-
adorable.
It's really shiny when it's not stale.
It's like,
There's a marshmallow in it. It smells very
Mm,
burnt sugar.
yeah.
and it's supposed to be what, caramel apple?
caramel, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a caramel apple.
Caramel
yeah,
apple.
it's a caramel apple.
I'm not a
Sorry,
huge fan.
I don't think I love this one.
No, it's not.
It is
I like
strong.
the idea of it, but
All I
It's
taste is
strong.
kind of like a fake caramel flavor.
Sticky.
I like it.
Oh, okay. And it is
I
sticky.
like it a lot.
Okay, it's time for your next pairing.
okay.
This is another one. You have to, this time, instead of an open mouth kiss,
I'd like
you have
try
to
it with
marry
them.
one and you have to kill the other.
Marry one, kill the other.
Okay.
Count Chocula or the Count from Sesame Street.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's easy. I'm marrying Count Chocula.
Oh, okay.
Killing Sesame Street.
I don't know enough about Count Chocula to marry him. You know what I mean?
That's
kind
what I
of-
like about it. I get to know him. Otherwise, it's just like one stroke, two stroke, three stroke.
I think the count. I think the count would be as interested in spreadsheets as I am,
That's true.
and so I am going to marry the count.
We can't let these two sit together anymore. They
But are you
get into
going
too much
to?
trouble.
But you want to deal with him counting everything.
Literally
Everything.
everything. Yeah,
Maybe.
he does. He loves math and he loves, yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
No, math is one thing, but counting everything out loud is another.
I like his purple skin and I'm marrying him.
Maybe it's just
I'm-
because he
I'm
hasn't been
there.
introduced to
You're
Excel
there.
yet.
You don't need the
Oh, you're
mystery of Count
okay.
Chocula.
You're gonna change it.
I'm gonna change
Oh,
him.
okay, all right, Scott.
I can
Famous
change
fucking
him.
last words right there.
All right.
We're sitting at a bar on a Friday night now. He's like, he just won't stop counting. He's like, one Excel spreadsheet, two Excel spreadsheets.
Poor Count. It's all he knows.
That'll be fine.
What did you say,
Fine.
Neil?
We agree. We're gonna go for the purple
We're going
skin.
for
of
the-
his
the
blood.
count.
He
All
counts
right.
himself.
He leaps himself.
Beetlejuice, the Creep Show Creeper, and the Crypt Keeper from the television show. My favorite.
Ooh.
Okay.
Boy. I think this is a toss-up.
The Crypt Keeper is annoying.
Right.
I
You
love
get stories all the
him.
time, though. You're like, yeah.
No, it's just the laughing thing.
I love his laugh. It's
Mhm.
charming.
But then Beetlejuice.
I have to marry Beetlejuice. Are you kidding me? That's a
No,
dream
I think
realized.
Beetlejuice is a bad time.
No, I'm marrying Beetlejuice. I'm gonna hook up with the Crypt Keeper, and I'm sorry, the Creep Show Creeper is just not making the cut. Too quiet.
Just the Crypt. I mean,
No
does
way.
Creepshow? Does he say anything? Does he?
No.
No.
Yeah, he just. Yeah.
He points you to a good story.
Right.
He
Okay.
creates a good time for you.
On a Halloween night.
Yeah.
So you're obviously marrying the Creep
I'm
Keeper.
absolutely marrying this guy.
Well, what about the other
Absolutely.
two?
Yeah,
So see, this is the problem. You guys take too long to decide these
I
answers.
know,
No,
you're
no,
right,
you gotta,
you're
you
right.
gotta
Do
think
it.
them through. Okay, I think
No, don't.
one night of Beetlejuice is going to be a really good time.
I've got a lifetime.
Really good time.
See, I think one night at Beetlejuice is going to be way too dirty. I
Oh,
think you gotta
but
like.
maybe that's what I'm.
Well, I mean,
that's
like-
what I want.
I mean, like literally dirt.
Again,
Right.
maybe that's what I want.
I feel
So yeah, I'm gonna fuck Beetlejuice. I guess I'm gonna marry the Crypt Keeper. I won't have much to talk about, but
We read.
we can, yeah. And I'm gonna kill the Crypt Keeper.
Marry
Marry Creepshow. I'm gonna kill Crypt Keeper.
Okay, how about you?
I'm going to kill Creepshow, and I'm going to marry Beetlejuice, and I don't really care, but I will. I have to.
So you're marrying this one.
I'm doing what Caleb was doing, I think. Marrying the creeper.
No, he's marrying the Crypt Keeper.
No, he said both. I think he
No,
meant
I'm
the creeper.
marrying the Crypt Keeper. I'm having a night of passion, of dirty, dirty passion with
We got that part.
Beetlejuice.
Move on. Yes, we know you're
And then
excited.
I'm going to kill the Crypt Keeper.
So you said it again. You said Crypt Keeper twice
I'm
again.
gonna marry Creepshow.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we have a resounding answer.
Too much creep.
Okay. OG Pennywise, New School Pennywise, and Art the Clown. This is the clown round.
Oh, nice.
Art the Clown from Terrifier.
Oh.
Interesting.
I don't want to get cut in half with a chainsaw.
This is a very hard one, I will say.
Yeah.
There's really pros and cons to all three gentlemen.
I mean, my first thought is I'm going to marry Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Right,
I know.
same.
I'm on
You just
board.
kind of have
See,
to.
I know it. That's what. But I'm. Yeah, I think he's dead.
But you know what? The other one's also a Skarsgård.
I know.
Ah,
But it's a
I know.
Skarsgård in disguise. You're not really going to get a full Skarsgård out of this.
Skarsgård in disguise.
I'm gonna get that big forehead.
I think it'd be really fun to go
I'm
on a
gonna
date
play with
her.
that bottom droopy lip for the rest of my life. So I'm marrying Pennywise, the
New
Skarsgård
school.
Pennywise.
Yeah,
I'm going to
Pencil Wise, as I call him.
bang Art the Clown,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna kill Curry.
You can't. The problem is
I can though.
No, what
I
I'm saying
can,
is,
though.
I don't think Art the Clown would let you do it. I think you'd keep trying, and he would keep like getting in the way and doing his
Reanimating.
antics.
But that's not the game.
So
Well, it's a
the same reason we
Something to
wouldn't do with
consider.
Pearl is because you don't know what's going to happen.
yeah, that's true.
But
So
I don't.
I think
know-
Art
but,
would
but
like-
I've never seen the movie, so
I'm not sure that Art the Clown is the Marion kind. I think he's more of a rover. But
I don't think any of these people in this scenario are the marrying or even banging for one night.
I'm
kind.
marrying Pennywise, OG Pennywise. I'm killing New School Pennywise, and I'm going on a date with Art the Clown.
All right.
I'm just worried that Art would.
You're not coming home
You know
from
what I
that
mean? Like
date,
Art
but
wouldn't let you.
I think he'd be like, "This was fun, but I actually don't want to be tied down. But like, I like you, so I don't want to kill you."
He doesn't talk, so you wouldn't even get that much out
He
of
would
him.
act it out with his
you'd, like do charades all night.
yeah, and I'd be like, "This is great."
He just
You're
pull
right.
props from his bag.
From his trash
Yeah.
bag,
He used to be all the time going.
and I'd be like, "You're right. We're
Right,
better off
right.
as friends."
Right.
Get it?
Considering two of the options are minor eldritch gods,
Yes.
I think Art the Clown scares me too much to do anything with. So I'm gonna have to kill Art
Okay.
and I'm going to marry. I'm gonna marry the Skarsgård, and I'm gonna fuck Tim Curry.
Okay.
Oh, Sandra's mad.
I mean, it's not the right choice, but it's the choice you made. Did you say? You didn't say.
I didn't. Oh, I would have to dispatch with Art because I don't trust him enough.
You don't trust Art the Clown.
And then I would marry Tim Curry,
All right.
and have the illicit affair with the Skarsgård.
Colin Robinson from What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay.
Foamy mouth, Jeff Goldblum from The Fly. So when he's real gooey.
After he spit on what's his face?
Yeah.
Face?
Or Sting from The Bride.
Oh god.
Oh god, kill Sting. I mean, that's not even an option.
Really?
Really? I don't know. I think he should take a moment on that one.
Really? I don't know. All of these are horrible, but I think any amount of time with Colin Robinson is gonna suck.
I mean, I can't even imagine. Yeah. But
I
it's
mean,
like,
this
you
is-
want to
this is-
kiss
this is kind
foamy
of a
mouth
tangent.
Jeff?
But I think they're all gonna suck. You know, I mean, at least Sting has a big castle,
I mean, I think I'd marry him.
and I can go out on horse rides and
Yeah.
meet young fucking
Yeah.
Carrie Elwes.
But then you're stuck with that the rest of your life.
He's such a misogynist and he's horrible.
So
but I
you'd
think I'm
rather be
marrying
stuck
him.
with Colin Robinson for the rest of your life?
I can't be stuck with Colin.
No.
But I'm not.
No.
I'm
You're
not
fucking,
hooking
like,
up with that foamy
Splaining
mouth.
shit. I think I'd just take one for the team and.
Oh, I think I'd at least date Colin Robinson because I mean it'd be kind of interesting to get to know a psychic vampire.
No,
I
you're
guess.
right. One night of Colin Robinson versus
I can't do that.
one night of
mouth.
foamy. Okay, all right, there you go. I'm gonna marry Sting from The Bride. I'm
Yes.
going to fuck Colin Robinson, and I'm gonna kill foamy mouth
That's exactly it.
Jeff Brundlefly.
Same.
Jeff Brundlefly.
Jeff
Seth
Brundlefly.
Brundlefly.
Jeff Brundlefly is acceptable.
Prior to watching season 3, I would have said fuck Colin Robinson, but they made the imagery of fucking Colin Robinson too fucking real. So I have to kill Colin Robinson, which means I'm going to marry Sting, and I'm unfortunately going to fuck foamy mouth
Oh.
Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, no, I'm
I mean, you don't. I just said fuck. You don't have to be like face to face.
exactly.
It's gonna drip on you and you know it.
Sure, you
Okay.
can do it and just
You
not
get
tell
this
me.
one now. Skeletor from He-Man, Valak from The Nun, or the clown doll from Poltergeist.
Jeez.
I don't remember.
It's the nun. It's the creepy ass nun.
That's the nun.
Yeah. It's a demon that dresses like a nun.
Is she tall?
Very tall.
Marrying.
Clown doll from Poltergeist, Skeletor from He-Man.
Yeah, I would kill the nun.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck Skeletor.
Yeah.
I hope he calls me a boob. That's my kink. Call me a boob.
It's very specific.
If you
See-
know, you know.
I'm gonna marry Skeletor. I'm going to
Nah,
I'm
well,
gonna hook up with that nun, that demon nun, because I don't want to be married to something that looks like a nun all the time. That's really creepy, and
Yeah.
I can't even entertain the clown,
really?
the poltergeist clown.
Okay.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything because I just like to me that clown is just kind of
He's awful.
yeah.
No,
He doesn't-
no.
all he'd do is just like be in one place and then you'd look away and then you'd look back
kinda
and he'd be
murderous.
gone and he'd be like
It's hard to be married to. What's your
I
answer?
don't know. I would probably marry the poltergeist clown because
You've been together a long
I
time.
love him already so much.
Been together a long time.
And then Skeletor and I would definitely share an evening,
Meaningful
a
evening.
meaningful evening of
You'd
intercourse.
probably talk about Evelyn all the time, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Trying to get
Skeletor
her-
has goals.
He
I like
does.
that.
Skeletor has a lot of life
I'm marrying
goals.
Skeletor.
I like
Alright.
that for you.
The other two are a
Shit.
toss up. They really are. It's a toss up.
So next up,
Yes.
we have the
Scott's
limited
excited.
edition
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs Bats. It's freaking bats.
Bats.
But sweet and crunchy corn puffs. The back is really, really cute with this box. They're cute. They're bat shaped.
Um,
I'll take your- yeah.
Mm.
were those the Charlie Brown ones? I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I had a peanut
I'm
butter
doing
one.
both. There's like a dark one and a light colored.
Well, one's a
pen.
chocolate, one's a peanut butter. I
I'm
think.
doing both at the same time.
I did that too. I was throwing caution to the wind.
I have to say, of all three, is probably my
It is.
like
least
the best.
favorite?
It's
It
the
is.
most like developed flavors.
Mhm.
Agreed. And Scott's like, I like the caramel apple one.
That green one
This is gross.
leaves a flavor.
These I actually really like the green ones, but I want to put these in cookies.
These
Mm.
are delicious.
On
I
some
want to put
frozen
these
yogurt.
on ice cream. I want to put
Yeah.
these
A little
on.
froyo.
Yep.
I want to put these on. What was that dessert we had last weekend?
Oh, that panna cotta.
Panna
or whatever.
cotta.
Now this one, I'm changing up the format a little.
Okay.
This time, because I'm an animal lover, you're an animal lover. We're animal lovers on this show. Now you're going to have to adopt one animal,
Okay.
and they aren't going to live forever. Black Phillip, Church the cat from Pet Cemetery, or a footlocker full of spooters from Arachnophobia.
No. Spiders go.
Dead spiders.
Get rid of the spiders.
That's one dead spider.
And what were we supposed to do with them?
Well, really, you're just adopting one animal. The others, both are going to be
Oh,
dead.
only one?
Oh.
You're going to get to keep one animal.
What were the first two? I mean,
I think
Churchill
Black-
and who?
I'm
Black
gonna
Phillip.
keep Black Phillip.
Oh.
He's gonna let me live a life deliciously.
I can't. I can't get rid of a cat. You know that.
I know, it's really tough. I love Church and I
I
love
know,
Black
but a cat's
Phillip.
gonna do nothing for me.
No, Church is also gonna.
He's no.
He's gonna sit in the corner and hiss and.
No.
I can get a
No.
cat
I
anywhere.
can't get rid
Adopt,
of a cat.
Black
adopt,
Phillip's gonna
don't
give
shop.
me stuff. He's gonna make me fly
I
around a
can't-
bonfire. He's gonna.
I want to do that. I want
right,
to live deliciously.
and that's why I'm picking Black
I
Phillip.
think I have to pick Black Phillip.
Also-
Oh
my
my
soul
God.
did.
This is another funny one.
Sorry, any Christian family.
This
that
one is
hears
another
this.
little change of pace as well.
Okay.
Adopt one child.
Okay.
Esther from Orphan, Sam from Trick or Treat, or Isaac from Children of the Corn.
Adopt one.
You get to adopt. You have to keep this kid and raise it.
Well, I'm not gonna break any rules, so I'll take Sam.
No, take Sam,
Yeah.
a little trick or treater. I
Because
think I'd take
it's only
Sam.
a problem if you break the Halloween rules.
I think I'd take
So-
Sam as well because Sam is just so goddamn cute.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: Esther is an adult and therefore
Yes.
can't really be adopted. So
Yes.
Sam.
Isaac is too, isn't he?
No, he's just
Well,
creepy.
the actor was an adult. But
Yeah.
Right.
He's supposed to be. What did
kid.
they?
Oh, jeez.
15. They kill him at 15 or 16.
I can't- I think he's
17.
supposed to be younger
Whatever
now.
it was.
Yeah.
but-
Which kid are you adopting?
I'd probably be Sam.
From this fucked up orphanage.
I know
Yeah.
Neil's not breaking any Halloween rules.
No.
I'm gonna give you one more adoption.
Okay.
Damien from The Omen, Reagan from The Exorcist, or a pair of twins, a boy and a girl from The Village of the Damned.
And this is possessed
You have
Reagan.
to adopt one.
Obviously, yeah.
Moof.
I
God,
think
I
I would
hate-
take Damien from The Omen because,
Yeah.
like, there's nothing saying that Damien will absolutely kill you.
I just hate that kid.
I don't know if I could handle those Village of the Damned kids. They're creepy.
No, you definitely not
I
that.
And as much as I love Reagan, that is your whole day.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Right.
So much work, so much laundry.
It's a lot of work, a lot of laundry. Yep, a lot of remodeling.
Yeah,
your
I mean,
bedroom
you're
all the
right.
time.
I mean, I guess Damien's the one that makes the most sense. But God, I would not be happy about it.
But eventually Reagan is fine, and then Reagan's just like a regular kid with some trauma.
Well,
but
maybe you hope you get that
I
far.
know.
That's a lot
Maybe.
of risk.
That's a what if. You're getting possessed Reagan.
Reagan was a good kid that got possessed and was a good kid after being possessed.
She was.
I'm going with Reagan.
I don't know. Did you not see the
positive
second
thinker
movie?
over here?
No, he hasn't. I've shielded him from that.
I know.
One more.
And you've
One
got
more.
the
One more. I'm
split
getting
pea
hungry.
soup to
Okay.
deal with.
We got one. I'm
I'm not a big
And
fan
I
of
know
that.
you hate that.
I'm not a big fan
That's
of
why I
that.
brought that
Yeah,
up.
that's a good point.
so it's Damien.
Or the village of the damned.
No, certainly not.
Fucking weirdos.
Creepy little kids. Those creepy little fuckers.
No, I feel like I can throw Reagan at the Catholic Church. I'm gonna go with Reagan.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna get back to your roots.
All right.
Okay, this one is the mom round.
Okay.
Mom.
Toni Collette in Hereditary, Shelley Duvall in The Shining, or D. Wallace and Cujo.
And is this for
It says a fuck, check, marry.
like? Okay.
You're not adopting these people.
I thought they were like, who do I want to be my mom?
No, that's why I'm asking.
No,
like,
no.
everyone has changed.
We're
so-
back to romance.
Okay, so
Toni
Collette in
Hereditary. Shelley Duvall in The Shining, and D. Wallace and Cujo.
D. Wallace and Cujo is
Badass.
like mom goals, you know.
Well,
I mean,
perfectly good.
Yeah, she's
She's my number one.
I would marry
She's
her.
down forever.
I would marry her for sure.
I don't really want a mom that's going to tell me that I thought about aborting you. You know, like,
These aren't your moms, though.
No, this isn't your mom. This is your romance.
but still, that does not seem like a.
She definitely needs a little bit of a filter.
I don't know.
Marrying
Maybe that
Yeah.
would be cool in a
That's true.
for one night.
I'm marrying D.
Yep.
I think I would hook up with Hereditary Mom.
Yep, exactly.
But Shelley, I love
Nope,
Shelley
she's
Duvall,
gotta go.
but she's gotta
No.
go.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch those last two. I'm gonna be with Shelley Duvall, and I'm gonna kill.
You're too
Hereditary.
disturbed by the
Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. And I loved that we got to throw in a little bit about animals and adopting a child.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice. Well, thank you, Sandra, for
This fun.
this fun little game whilst
Yeah,
we
good
ate
job.
our Halloween cereal.
Lots of thinkers in there.
Yeah,
And it
for
seems
sure.
like the Reese's Puffs was the favorite.
That is the favorite.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, the good news is in our upcoming October episodes, we have even more Halloween treats and cereals and other things that we're going to eat and pair with some odd sauces, shall we call them?
We will.
Right? And in fact, our next episode is going to be our first October episode, if I recall. Oh, producer Scott is producing
something here.
producing some of the sauces. So Army Beef, we have your Mad Dog 357, both the regular and the super duper one.
Comes with a fucking
Gold.
bullet.
A bullet.
Jesus.
It's like $1 million on the Scoville. So it's a hottie. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we'll be eating those live.
Yes. Next up,
hopefully
if I,
with some sort of chicken, fake or otherwise.
Phone nugget.
if I do my dates correctly, we're going to be, our next episode is going to be Pumpkinhead. Talking about Pumpkinhead
Okay.
as we enter into the sacred season. Finally here. God bless.
The high holy season.
Yep.
Ah,
This is why Sam loves us.
that's right. That's why we're safe.
Right.
We're okay to
Exactly.
go. Okay to go.
Thank you,
do you think?
everybody.
All right.
Long live the new flesh.
Long live the new flesh.
Thank you, everybody. www.thecultshow.com/store if you want to check out our merch. Hot people of the future. We love you. We salute you. I was about to say we support you, but I don't
You're
even know what
watching
that
this
means.
right now because you like it.
Yeah. But if you're also listening in the
you like
future, if you like it,
Yeah.
give us a review.
You're all
Click
subscribed.
on the 5 stars.
You don't even have to ask. You're all
Appreciate that.
subscribed.
Everybody in chat tonight, thank you so much. Keep those great comments coming. We love them.